Hey, Miss Proxy here, and this will be the second episode of Vicarwissen. We will continue playing, I guess, from... I'm gonna try to see if we can... Nope, I should have saved before I made that. Should have saved before I made that. Alright. Alright. I'll get back to you once I get to the point where we were at. Alright, we're back to right about where we left off. There are display cases everywhere. I think this was Lundgren's trophy room. Who knew that they actually gave out trophies for hunting? There's other stuff too, pelts mostly, and some taxidermy. Given what I've been seeing, I have to wonder how much of it is still alive. Something's definitely pawing at his display case near where I'm standing. Part of me is curious. The other part knows that I'll regret looking. Okay, if I do that. Okay, I'm gonna save. Return. Alright. Go back to the shrieking pelt. That pelt in the case starts to shriek the second it sees me. I really wish I wouldn't. It's not making a lot of noise, but I'm kind of on edge as it is, and I'd rather not risk drawing attention to myself. Those tapestries looked like they'd be easy to take down. Maybe I could cover the case. No. Let's just leave that be. Alright, here's to the lounge. Anything else can go to the hallway. There's the hunting trophy. Maybe we should start keeping track of this stuff. I'll just take a quick picture and send it to Stella. There. Of all her many hunting trophies, this is said to be Miss Lundgren's favorite. She reportedly insisted upon having her wife's name written beside hers, even though she was not an official participant in the contest for which it was awarded. Without her encouragement, she said she would never have risked the shot that ultimately won her the day. That was Catherine, fearless and ever so daring. Okay, can go to the tannery, to the hallway, to the lounge, to the other hallway. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, to the tannery. Ugh, it reeks in here. It's a foul coppery smell like a garbage chute at a slaughterhouse. The farther I get into the room, the worse it is. I pull my shirt up over my nose and mouth and try to block it out, but it's very persistent. Where's it even coming from? Okay. Lana said that this room wasn't in an original floor plan. It was added on later when the community decided to make this place into a museum. Now it's supposed to be a tannery. During the day, they run workshops and stuff, but from what I can tell, they lock all of the knives and the salts up at night. That's a shame. I would really love to get my hands on a knife right about now. Oh yeah, that's definitely getting louder. I don't know where it's coming from. Sounds like it's coming from everywhere. If I'm going to look around, I'd better make it quick. Okay, let's save that there. In case we make a mistake. Must be one of those weird pelts that the article talked about. Looks like a cat mixed with a rabbit, maybe? Hard to say. It's stuck to the wall pretty firmly. It probably couldn't hurt to get a little bit closer. Examine it. It suddenly lurches forward with enough strength to shake the entire display. I jump back, and for a second I think that I might have done so fast enough to avoid those teeth, but a sharp stinging sensation near the top of my hand tells me otherwise. I look. It's just a scratch, really. It barely even broke the skin. So it isn't a bite, right? It can't be enough to count. I'm sweating. It's the kind of cold sweat that only used to happen to me when I'd have nightmares as a kid. Stella said the Vicarwissen is like a werewolf. If you get bitten by one, or by one of its pelts, you turn into one. It's possible it isn't true. Even if some of this stuff is turning out to be real, it doesn't mean that all of it is. Legends change, especially if they get mixed up with other legends. Things get distorted. There's no time to stop and think about it now. If I do, it'll get to me, and then we'll be finished. Stella will know what to do. When I find her, I'll show her, and she'll be able to fix this. For now, I'll move on. Ooh. That's bad. Okay. Strange pelts at language. Brunwall Ledger 1937. A preliminary inspection of the Lundgren Mansion Museum has turned up several oddities. The first of these is a collection of exotic pelts that had been stored quite haphazardly in the couple's attic. Their odd characteristics and massive size have on-site experts baffled. Okay, let's see. Hunter's right. It is customary to honor any creature that you've killed by offering thanks for its sacrifice. If you do not, you risk aggravating the spirit, which will follow you on future hunts. In more extreme cases, they will come to live with you in your house, where they will feed on you until you have paid them their proper respects. Wow. Okay, back to the trophy room, I guess. And save that one here. Return. Okay, I've been to the tannery. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This way. To the small trophy room. Another trophy room, huh? This one's smaller than the other one, but still. This lady had a whole lot of trophies. It's a doggy! Don't tell me it's stuffed, isn't it? Fritz was the Lundgren's loyal companion for many years. Unable to bear the thought of parting with him, they instead made him a permanent fixture in their home after his passing. Some say that stroking his head brings good luck. I'm suspicious, but he looks pretty still. This room is downright spotless compared to some of the others. I wonder if maybe the pelts are afraid of him. That's a good boy. I make sure to give Fritz a pat on the head before I move on. Yay! Pat doggy. Living room, hallway. Can't touch the furnace. Alright. Something right above there. Oh, Stella's keychain. Oh, hey, I know what this is. How did he get all the way over here? Found the Mothman. OMG, I didn't know I lost him. He's safe with me. Thank you. Alright. To the living room, I guess. You know, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that I smell Thanksgiving dinner. I guess that makes sense, seeing as it's a banquet and all. Whatever it is, it's coming from the dining room. Gotta do a lot of saves, just in case. Though she was very successful, Miss Lundgren was quite shy in her youth. Were it not for her cousin's constant pestering, she would likely have never crossed paths with Kathleen Ronstadt, the woman who would later become her wife. An intelligent businesswoman in her own right, Catherine greatly assisted Lundgren in her rise to prominence. The two bonded over their love of hunting and of Brunwall, where they married in 1867. Nice. Sketch of a table. Alright. Lundgren's love of the outdoors inspired much of the furniture that we have here on display. They spent many afternoons in this very afternoon drafting ideas for new pieces. The best of these drafts were sent away to be built by expert carpenters. God, that smell. I shouldn't be able to get comfortable in a place like this, but I swear that smells just like my mom's shepherd's pie. Actually, it keeps changing. A second ago, it was a turkey with stuffing and cranberry sauce, and then it was a melty chocolate chip cookies and beef stew with onions and garlic, and I have to follow it. It's just too good, and I'm so hungry all of a sudden. That's weird. Just a couple of hours ago, I was puking my guts out back at the hotel. My stomach hurt too much to even think about food, but I'm all right now. I'll eat whatever that is. I don't care who made it or where it came from or anything. My mouth's watering just thinking about it. There's music playing when I push open the door to the dining room. It sounds like a piano. I don't see one around, and I guess that should worry me, but it doesn't. I'm way too focused on all that amazing food. It's right there on the table, the cookies, the stew, everything. I rush forward and reach for a turkey leg, but something else beats me to it. Oh, whoa. It's actually pretty cool. There's something else. There are claws peeking out from underneath a thin, leathery shape that I thought was a hand, and just like that, I came back to my senses. I move away so quickly that I almost crash into another of the beasts that have just joined me. She doesn't seem to notice, neither does the first one. He just keeps right on pulling legs off that turkey. It's just plain awful to look at, mostly because I can't figure out what the hell they are. At first I think they should be pelts, but they don't move, like animals. They sure look like animals, but they're walking around on two legs. Their eyes are wrong too. They're these creepy blank bluish color, with no pupils or anything. Many of them are trying unsuccessfully to hide their paws and tails and snouts underneath curtains of very pale leather. Actually, now that I get a better look at it, it almost looks like it could be skin. They're wearing human skins. Most of them have been chopped beyond recognition, but some still have hands and ears. Hair even. Fingernails. I think I'm going to be sick. They still don't see me. I don't know how that's possible because I'm standing right here and whatever. I don't care. I just want to get out of here. Okay, upstairs or to the hallway? Let's save this. Let's go upstairs. I like the sound effects. I'm completely out of breath by the time I make it to the top of the stairs. Either there were more of them than I realized, or I was going much faster than I thought. Maybe both. It takes a lot to rattle me. Seriously, I can deal with noises and traps and zombie pelts if that's what it takes to get us home. That dining room, though, that messed me up. I don't even want to know what that was. I'll be happy if I never have to think about it ever again. I'm upstairs.
Find the master key yet?
No.
Okay, keep looking, it might be up here. Though I saw a desk in the library. How are you doing?
I want to say I'm fine. I start to type it, but I can't. She hates it when I do that anyway. She's always saying that I shouldn't try to bottle stuff up. I should ask her for help. I should be honest, at least, and so... Not so good. Now the floodgates are open, and I'm typing a mile a minute. I tell her about the pelts, the dining room, everything. I feel guilty about it, too, because she's stuck. She can't even run like I can. Still, I have to. I can't do this alone. This is happening, Stell. It's really happening. I'm freaking out. I sit down at the top of the steps and watch her type and delete and type again. Finally, there's a message.
I shouldn't have split us up. That's the #1 rule of adventuring, and I broke it. Put both of us at danger. I'll do better next time.
Yeah, but what if there isn't one? There's another thing I can't bring myself to type. I wish I could tell myself it's because I don't believe that. Maybe she was onto something, though. All those times that she asked me to be more open, 'cause telling her helped. I'm still jittery, but I can do this, I think. I take a breath. This is really bad. It might even be the worst thing I've ever run into. But in the end, we always make it. We find a way.
Mags, you're the toughest person I know. Stay strong.
Yeah, I will. Heart. Time to find a way. Alright. Attic door should not go in there, apparently. That would not be a good idea. Save. To the study. This must be the library that Stella mentioned. That means that the key's probably in here somewhere. If Lona was telling the truth, then I'm looking for a desk. Could it be over there? Alright. There's some articles in here about Vicarwissen sightings and people that are accused of being Vicarwissen. Photos too. Someone's been taking notes on all this stuff. Didn't Stella say this was at Lona's desk? Through the Vicarwissen, cursed pelts come to life every night. As the creature transforms, they typically will not stray far from it. They obey it on all nights except for banquet night, on which they become erratic and unpredictable. The Vicarwissen itself, which is normally a rather intelligent beast, is also said to become feral during the banquet. The The original tale of Vicarwissen does not allude to the existence of a cure for the monster's unfortunate condition. That said, subsequent entries into its lore have suggested that eating the flesh of the monster that turned you might end the curse. Some have also introduced the idea that clocks could be used to repel the beast but not cure it. The most promising solution I've come across in my studies is the Great Hunter's Pardon. The theory is that if a Vicarwissen were ever to be personally forgiven by the Great Hunter, they could finally shed their pelts for good. Clocks, huh? But Stella said, "Did you say there's a clock with you in that room?"
Yeah, a really big grandfather clock.
That's weird. I wonder why that is. Master key. It's the key. Finally, time to go and find Stella. Alright. To the hallway. There's something up ahead. It doesn't sound friendly. Uh-oh. I know this one. It's the fox, the same one I saw downstairs. It looks even bigger now that it's running at me. Don't look like no fox. It's fast. It's too fast. I turn and run, but it gets me anyway. I feel its teeth ripping through my shirt and into my arm, and let me tell you, it takes everything in me to not start screaming. They'll just call more of them. I thrash around until finally, by some miracle, I manage to pop it a few times right in the nose. It runs off with its tail between its legs. I am left nursing my arm. It stings and it's bleeding, but it could be worse. I could have lost my head. Still, that's another bite. Jeez, woman. Should have grabbed like a frying pan or found something around there to bash things with. Yes, over to the gallery. I've never seen this room before. They normally show it to the public, but it was closed for the first time we visited. Lona said that it was just being renovated. The door's open, though. There are a bunch of paintings on the wall, propped up against the wall. There are plenty of them on the wall as well, but I get the sense that the staff was in the middle of switching them out when all of this started. To the hallway, to the guest room, to the master bedroom. Okay. Lundgren family portrait. Aww, that's cute. It's a portrait of two women and a dog. There's something weirdly familiar about it. Is it just me, or does Catherine Lundgren look exactly like Lona? Whoa.
Whoa, that's so weird. Maybe they're related.
Maybe.
It's a small town, small gene pool.
Alright, master bedroom or guest room? Let's go to the master bedroom. Door's locked. This is probably where Stella is. Yup, that's her. I cram the key in the lock and turn it until the door clicks open.
Maggie!
Stella flings her arms around me the moment I'm in the room. Admittedly, I'm a little bit jumpy after everything that's been happening, so even though I want that hug more than I can say, it still makes me jump out of my shoes. I take a second to adjust, and then I hug her back so tightly she nearly comes off the ground.
I'm so glad you're okay. This is seriously all my fault. I can't believe
It doesn't matter. We are here now, and besides, you didn't know about the, skin things.
Technically, I did. Technically, we both did. We just didn't take it seriously. Never again. Oh, I need to show you something. This was wrapped around the dagger that Lona gave me.
Stella hands me a piece of crinkled paper. Unfortunately, the Vicarwissen is said to be immortal unless you confront it on banquet night. On that night, it can indeed be killed, but only by the Great Hunter's dagger.
What do you think?
I think... Oh, it's probably... Iona or something. Yeah, it's probably Iona. I think Iona wants us to kill the Vicarwissen.
She could have just asked.
I mean, would you have said yes?
Maybe.
I gave her a look.
Well, I wouldn't have if I knew it was real.
Stella looked at the attic door, but whatever's up there is... Locked that attic door, but whatever's up there is rattling so hard that its hinges are coming loose. I think that's our cue to get going.
Yep, definitely.
If this is the master key, then I'm thinking it should be able to open up the front door. Suddenly there's a sound from the other door, the one I just came from. When I look through the keyhole, I see a whole bunch of zombie pelts come barreling into the gallery. Stella, you're gonna want to see this. They're at our door in seconds. By the time Stella comes to look, they're already clawing at it, and there's nothing we can do from here. Stella catches me looking. She gestures up toward the attic.
We're gonna have to do it. It's the only way out.
Yeah, but the monster.
Get the dagger.
She doesn't need to tell me twice. I rush over the big grandfather clock in the corner and grab the dagger from on top of it. It's not glowing anymore, but it's definitely not a normal dagger. The second I touch the handle, it starts twitching around in my hand. I get the feeling that it wants to go upstairs. Stella picks up her pry bar. It's time to make a decision, up or out. Which way should we go? Alright. Let's, not load, return. Let's save right here. Return. Yes, up to the attic. We have to go up to the attic. If nothing else, we know we have the dagger. You're right. We're gonna have to go up. We unlock the door as fast as humanly possible and make our way up to the attic. Whenever Iona talked about the attic, she called it the observatory. Now I see why. This place is a wreck, but it's obviously looking at it that it used to be something special. The ceiling is big black dome. Even in this darkness, I can still see some traces of painting up there. There's a sun, some stars, and a bunch of round outlines that I figured must have been planets at some point. They've definitely seen better days. The walls are pretty beat up. They're patched really haphazardly with boards and rough cut sheets of metal. It's like somebody tried to reinforce them. You okay back there?
Yeah, I'm fine. Did you see it?
Not yet. Oh, jeez. I stopped dead in my tracks. Yeah, I see her all right. She's watching us from the corner and she looks really, really hungry.
Maggie, look out.
Stella pushes me aside as something rushes past us. A whole lot of somethings. It's the pelts. They followed us.
Stand back.
Couple swings of that pry bar and there's fur and teeth and glass eyes flying everywhere. Only a few of them are actually going for us, though. They rest around right at the Vicarwissen. I watch it hiss and spit and tear into them with those massive teeth. In seconds, there's nothing left. We're alone again. I hold the dagger straight out in front of me while I search my brain for something. Anything. Anything other than just running up there and stabbing it, because I'm not sure I can do that. The dagger sure seems to think I can, though. It's still twitching, urging me forward. But I hesitate. The monster swipes at me, and I only barely manage to jump out of the way. As I'm stumbling back to my feet, I watch Stella take her crowbar and crack the thing right across the side, but it doesn't care. It's focused on me until it realizes that I don't have the dagger anymore. Wait, where did it go? It's behind me. I must have kicked it. Stella hits the monster again, this time on the head. Now it sees her. It's going to pounce. No, you don't. Moving quicker than ever before in my life, I run over and pick up the dagger. When I do, the Vicarwissen turns away from her and back to me, but I'm ready for it now. Just as it's leaning in for a bite, I raise the dagger above my head and drive it down into its skull. Ooh, oh. There's a pause, and then it crumbles, sliding right off the blade. I stand there, shaking until I feel Stella's hand on my shoulder. Suddenly, the air isn't chilly anymore. Does that mean that monster's really dead? It sure looks dead. Actually, looking at it now, you'd never know that it was been alive, but it had some weight to it, and now it's just skin and bones and dried blood. The dagger stopped twitching too. It's dull and normal looking now, as are the remains of all those pelts that followed us up here. It's over. Man, I hate this. I haven't slept a wink since we left the museum. Neither has Stella, but somehow she's on the computer anyway. Like, sure, we absolutely did just stab a monster in its own attic. It's definitely worth blogging about, but right now my head's throbbing. I can't even talk, let alone type. Maybe it's just the weather. It's been really chilly.
I figure I'll type this up now and we can post it in the morning before we leave. People are gonna freak.
Nah, who am I kidding? It doesn't have anything to do with the cold. It's something else. I'm hungry all of a sudden. We just ate, though. What time is it? 10 o'clock. It's later than I thought.
Hey, Mags, are you okay? You're being really quiet.
Oh yeah, I'm just kinda Suddenly everything hurts. It starts in my arm, shoots right through me like lightning. It knocks me right out of my chair.
Yeah, you're what?
Now I notice there's a big red mark peeking out from underneath my sleeve. It's coming from... Oh God, it's coming from the bite. That's right, I was bitten. Everything happened so fast that I forgot all about it. But it was fine before. It didn't even hurt after a while, barely even bled. I just need to eat something. I don't know how I could possibly be thinking about eating at a time like this, but I also can't help but notice how good this room smells all of a sudden. It smells like Stella. She smells amazing. It's not like new perfume amazing either. It's more like meat. Just like a fresh cooked ribeye. My mouth's watering. There's a crack. The floor's splitting right under me. I feel bigger, stronger. Something's really...
Maggie? Oh my God.
Is that it? That's the end? Is there no other ending? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there's another ending because you get attacked by that fox creature either way. So, this is all for Vicarwissen. If you liked this video, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye.